Sustainable growth is important if our social media efforts are to be fruitful. This doesn't just mean the number of followers that we have either. Many clubs will say they want to keep their club small in membership, but do they want to be equally small in service reach? Most of the time, the answer here is no, and that's why focusing on social media growth can often help increase a club's impact. This growth extends to the body of our content, data metrics, and even offline situations. Even seasoned professionals can struggle with growth, so what can we do as a club? First, look at ways you can identify early sources for growth. While our first instinct may be to find ways to cast a wide net through traditional advertising mediums, FeverBee, a social marketing consulting company, suggests that we focus on smaller efforts first. There are 3 ways we can do this. First, there's your existing web traffic. Promote your channels to your existing audience. This includes visitors to your website and subscribers to your newsletter. You can also include information about your social channels on club promotional collateral. Next, think about existing groups. Join other online communities and find ways to promote your club. There are a ton out there, so it should be relatively easy to find a few that make sense. Identify other leaders within your club that would also make good public advocates on your behalf. You can even put together sample messages that they can post on their own channels to drive people where you want them to go. Finally, consider direct invitations. Most platforms offer ways to directly invite people to follow you or to join your group. Make sure to utilize this tool on a regular basis and encourage others to do the same. Your friends and friends of friends are the social version of word-of-mouth advertising, and we all know that there's nothing more effective than a personal recommendation from someone we like, admire, or trust. Find a platform that makes sense for your club. For most organizations, it's best to start out with something that's easy to use and cheap to run. You can invest more in the community, in time, money, and effort as it grows. FeverBee recommends making your platform decision based on its features, as well as your goals for the community. There are many free and low-cost options out there. They include Facebook Groups, Discourse, Google Groups, Groups.io, and Vanilla Forums. Stay active. It takes effort to foster your social media channels, and high-quality content plays a huge part in that. We offered many ways your club can do this in our social media engagement and posting ideas article, which is available at sertoma.org/club-marketing. A few additional tips courtesy of FeverBee include: use very specific and relevant topics. Make it matter in the daily lives of your audience. Next, encourage different types of conversation. Don't focus on only one conversation or one voice. Find ways to level up. Embrace wide appeal. While niche posts happen from time to time, much of your content should engage a large portion of your followers. And remember, good information is key. People want accuracy both in what you communicate and what is said by others in your group. Factual information and perspectives should be welcomed and encouraged. Experiment. Don't be afraid to try new things. Many Sertoma clubs and similar civic groups do cool things. Find ways to adapt them and make them your own without stealing their ideas or failing to give credit when appropriate. Some ways that other organizations have implemented creative engagement techniques include Ask Me Anything sessions like those hosted on Reddit, live broadcasts of events or meetings, hosted Q&As with club leaders, board candidate moderated roundtables, and fundraiser leaderboards. Another idea that we love are social media takeovers, where approved members are given the reins to your social media for a day to share their favorite messages, photos, and programs. Just make sure that you have a firm posting guidelines in place and know that you can trust the member before handing things over. Growing your social media presence is certainly challenging, but is easily manageable with a little foresight and planning. We hope that you'll take the information, tools, and ideas presented in today's session to begin exploring the next stage of social media for your club. You can find more information on social media planning in the resources section of the Member Center at sertoma.org. We also encourage our members to ask questions and share ideas in our members-only group on Facebook at the link on the screen.